Welcome to our channel, the Culinary Time Machine, your hosts, ready to guide you on a fascinating journey through the history of food. Witness the rich culinary legacy from the ancient civilization to the Roman Empire. We'll discover the roots of beloved dishes, the essence of beer, the passion for cheese, and the emergence of the classic stew. This voyage promises a mix of education and enjoyment with your taste buds as the time travelers. Our first stop, the Fertile Crescent of Mesopotamia, so buckle up and get ready for a flavor-filled journey. Our first stop is the ancient Mesopotamian era, around 4,000 years before the Common Era. The dish in focus? The humble bread. Yes, the staple of many a meal began its journey in the Fertile Crescent. The Mesopotamians were amongst the first to cultivate grains and transform them into loaves. This advancement was not just culinary, but also a significant step in human civilization, paving the way for settled agrarian societies. Before we jet off from Mesopotamia, let's linger a bit longer to savor another ancient delicacy, date wine. This sweet fermented beverage was the toast of Sumeria, a region of Mesopotamia, earning a place of honor at feasts and celebrations. The Sumerians, much like their bread-baking counterparts, were pioneers in the art of fermentation. They'd harvest ripe dates, squeeze out the juice, and leave it to ferment in large jars. But date wine was more than just a drink. It was a symbol of prosperity and joy. It was offered to the gods in rituals, served at royal banquets, and even used as medicine. The Sumerians believed it to have healing properties, making it a vital part of their daily life. So, raise your imaginary goblets, my fellow time travelers, to the ancient Sumerians and their sweet, intoxicating date wine. Now let's set sail to the land of the pyramids. Stay tuned. Next, we venture into ancient Egypt, around 3,000 years before the Common Era. The Egyptians, known for their monumental pyramids, also left us a culinary legacy: beer. While not a dish in the traditional sense, this ancient brew was a dietary staple for the Egyptians, consumed by both adults and children alike. It was made from baked barley bread, giving it a rich, hearty flavor. As we journey forward in time, we land in ancient Rome, where, apart from sweet pancakes, there was another culinary item that Romans couldn't live without: garum. This pungent, salty sauce, made from fermented fish, was a true Roman delicacy. To make garum, fish were layered with salt and left to ferment under the sun. The resulting liquid was then strained and bottled, ready to be used in a wide variety of dishes. Despite its strong aroma, which many today might find off-putting, garum was a beloved condiment in ancient Rome. It added a unique umami flavor to their meals, making it an indispensable part of the Roman culinary experience. Imagine, a sauce so potent, it stood the test of time alongside the grandeur of the Roman Empire itself. Fast forward to the ancient Greek civilization, around 500 years before the Common Era. Here we find the origins of another staple: cheese. The Greeks loved their cheese, and it was an integral part of their diet. In fact, the famous Greek philosopher Aristaios is mythically credited with its invention. As we journey forward in time, we land in medieval Europe, where a sweet treat was making its way into the hearts of people: gingerbread. This isn't the gingerbread you might be familiar with today, shaped into cute little men or houses. No, this was a dense, honey-spiced bread, a far cry from its modern-day cookie counterpart. The process of making gingerbread was a labor of love and a true mark of a skilled baker. It began with the gentle simmering of honey and spices like ginger, cloves, and cinnamon, until they melded into a fragrant syrup. This was then mixed with rye flour to form a thick dough, which was left to mature for months, sometimes even years, before being baked in an oven. This spiced, honey-sweetened delight was a popular treat at medieval fairs and was believed to have medicinal properties. It was often shaped into images of saints or animals and gilded with gold leaf, a testament to the skill and creativity of the bakers of the time. Gingerbread, in its own way, was a symbol of celebration, a treat that brought warmth and sweetness to the often harsh medieval life. And thus, gingerbread, in all its spiced glory, made its mark on the culinary map, a testament to the evolving tastes of humanity. As we cross into the Common Era, we land in Imperial Rome, where we find the precursors to our modern-day pancakes. Known as alita dolce, or another sweet in Latin, these were made from milk, flour, eggs, and spices. The Romans loved their sweet treats, and this dish was a popular choice. Our journey ends in medieval Europe, where we find the origins of the beloved stew. This hearty dish was a staple for the common folk, made from cheap cuts of meat and an assortment of vegetables. In conclusion, our culinary journey has taken us from the plains of Mesopotamia to the banks of the Nile, from ancient Greece to imperial Rome, and finally to medieval Europe. We've seen the birth of bread, the creation of beer, the invention of cheese, the delight of sweet pancakes, and the heartiness of stew. Every dish tells a story that is intertwined with the history of human civilization. So, the next time you bite into a piece of bread, sip a beer or enjoy some cheese, remember, you're not just enjoying a meal, you're partaking in a slice